In November of 1985, God led us into His mission, His call, in His way. It was still winter when I revisited China. There was so much snow falling. It was a frigid winter. 2 years had passed since I had promised to bring the Bibles. This time, Pastor Park joined me. In order to keep the promise of the Bibles, we hurried to the train. Each of the 10 bags we carried was full of Bibles and weighed over 50 pounds, so we shared the load. The snow was accumulating rapidly as we got off the train to catch a taxi. Many hours had passed as we made our way through the difficult road conditions, until finally we arrived and met the Korean Chinese women. The women just stood there, speechless, as if they had not been expecting the Bibles at that time. I thought they would ask how we brought the Bibles, or if we met any police on the way, but not a single word from them. As long as it was delivered, I thought, and turned around to leave. Just then, one of them began to speak. "When you come back next time, bring 100 more Bibles. And do you have a small-sized Bible?" "What do you want to do with them?" I asked. "Don't question, but bring them." I promised I would, and left to finish the next task to deliver one more bag of Bibles into a different village. Pastor Park and I went to ride the train again. However, something wasn't right. I noticed a man who kept my attention. Concerned, I whispered to Pastor Park, "We're getting off." As the train was about to leave, we held the bags in our hands and jumped to the exit and hurried to the bus. But as we were finding our seats in the bus, I couldn't believe my eyes. The man who had been watching us was already on the bus. Alarmed, we immediately got off the bus and ran as fast as we could to another bus. But when we got to the next bus, the man was on that one too. He was always a step ahead of us, as if he knew our routes. Fear started to set in. We got off the bus, quickly grabbed a taxi, and then transferred to another taxi. But in the end, we gave up on the next destination of Bible delivery, and we returned to the Korean Chinese woman's home at nearly 4 a.m. After all of the commotion, as tired as I was, I gave the Bibles to the woman. The woman was overjoyed as she accepted the Bibles. She told us that she had been praying earnestly that we would come back to her with the Bibles. As I heard her speak, I felt cheated, that we had to suffer and come back where we started just because of her prayer. And it was at that moment that the woman spoke to me in a serious tone of voice. "Pastor Lee, do you know why I asked you to bring 100 small Bibles? If you bring that, we can deliver into North Korea." "North Chosun? North Korea? You mean sending Bibles into North Korea?" I stood dumbfounded for a while. I didn't know how to answer. Is it really possible to deliver Bibles into North Korea? Even today, it's difficult. But back in those days, it was unthinkable to send Bibles into North Korea. Then, I heard God's strong and clear voice that I could not deny. I have never given up on North Korea. My people are alive in the North. I am listening to the prayers of South Korean Christians. I was so broken at the sound of God's voice. I fell on my knees wailing continuously. God said He has not forsaken my land and my people. After hearing God's clear voice, I could no longer remain quiet. I didn't just gain a strong conviction regarding Bible delivery, but I also gained a solid partner who could deliver into North Korea. God desired, so I have been delivering Bibles for the people of God who are still alive in North Korea. Yes, God,